Okay. Hello. Happy Wednesday, everyone. It is April 19th. So good to see you, Laura. And
You
today,
as well.
thank you. Today we are talking about what's important about having an ALC. So Laura, why don't you start us out and share a little bit of the background and the history and why we have an ALC?
Well, let's start with, what does ALC stand for? And
Yeah.
ALC stands for Associate Leadership Council. ALC, Associate Leadership Council, it's something that's I believe very unique to Keller Williams. And I like to start with the history around it. So when Gary Keller and Joe Williams came together 40 years ago to create Keller Williams, they pulled together their top favorite agents in Austin, and they asked them some very important questions. One, what do we have to do to create a company where you're getting all of your needs met? What would a company like that look like? And two, if we create a company like that, what do we have to do to make sure that you stay with us forever? Because if we're going to pour into you, we don't want you to leave us. So they pulled together their top favorite agents in Austin and asked those questions. And then those top agents brainstormed and came back to Gary and Joe and said, here's what we're looking for in a company. Now, at the time, companies were very much owner came first and agent came second. And Gary and Joe were trying to create a company that put agents first, that we became an agent-centric company. And so that's why he went to his top favorite agents and asked them what was important to them in a company, that they would love to be a part of that company and stay with that company forever. And so that's where things like the importance of training and education came into play, and coaching and mentoring, and our commission structure, where we can reach a cap 100% commission every single year. They also mentioned that they wanted opportunities for leadership, that was really important to them, that they had been with these real estate companies where the brokers came first, the owners made all the decisions, and the agents weren't allowed a voice or leadership opportunities to make decisions. And that then turned into, after we became a company, we became Keller Williams, Gary's emphasis on associate leadership councils, where he wanted to pull in the top agents in every single one of our offices and learn from them, listen to them, give them opportunities to mastermind and grow and learn, and represent our Keller Williams market centers at the highest level possible with the highest producing agents. So that's the history of why this is important, and why we have such an emphasis on it. We're an agent-centric company. Our agents come first. And at the highest level, that's the associate leadership councils. So our associate leadership councils are made up of the top agents in the company, the top 20%. And from that top 20%, we interview, we meet with, we choose those agents who most exemplify what we're looking for in leadership to represent our offices. And that's the history behind that. Now, probably most people don't read our policy and guidelines manual. It's actually a really amazing resource. And there's a lot of information in there about associate leadership councils that's actually beautifully written. And so I just wanted to read a couple of things. One is that for individual associates, it says, for Associate Leadership Council, we believe that real estate is a local business driven by individual associates and their presence within their communities. Our associates are the face of Keller Williams Realty, so our associates have a strong voice in guiding the business through their local Associate Leadership Council. It says each ALC brings associates and management together in the market center on a monthly basis to direct decisions on how individual offices operate. Among the areas ALC oversee are staff training and local marketing, finance, and operations. ALCs are comprised of top KW agents who know what it takes to succeed in their market and have a desire to see the company as a whole grow and prosper. And there's a actual mission statement. The mission statement is for the ALC is to guarantee our associates a vehicle for giving direct input on the operations of Keller Williams Realty. And they actually have a vision statement as well. And the vision is to be an interdependent, synergistic leadership team that protects and enhances the vitality of our company, culture, and profit share system. And then guess what? There's a higher purpose statement as well that's really beautiful. And I want to read that to you. I feel it's really important for everyone to know this. So the higher purpose of the local ALC, and local means the ALCs that are connected to every market center. The ALC is the highest honor that can be bestowed to an agent. It is an opportunity for the market center's best and brightest to communally hone their leadership skills and build their businesses. ALC members receive personal benefit from each area of opportunity and growth, productivity, profitability, and culture. The ALC was created by leaders for leaders to build empowering relationships with other top agents to mastermind on reaching their goals. Spending time together creates the bond that inspires cooperation and a collaborative drive to achieve these goals. The ALC is considered a laboratory to learn and practice leadership skills. ALC members have the opportunity to lead committees and master the art of achieving results through others. Great leadership skills will improve every aspect of life.
Absolutely. Well, you said a lot there. And for those listening, as Laura started out reading that, it is in every single one of you has it, the Keller Williams International P&G, which is policies.
Policy and guidelines. Yeah.
Yeah. So here's one of the things I want to share before I comment on those things. What I love about working with you, Laura, and being partnered with you in this leadership partnership is that we are both like-minded in that we want to do things by the models set before us because they are proven success. And while we don't do everything perfectly because no human does, both of our united hearts is to do it the right way, to do things correctly. and that involves us having the knowledge and studying and really practicing what is in the guideline. And I think one of the greatest things about the ALC that I love personally is truly it's the agent's voice, right? And you mentioned this, like they're there to represent. Well, who are they representing? It's internal. So they're representing the collective community of associates within our company. Well, what does that mean to the individual associate that's not on the ALC?
Yeah, good question.
That even you have a voice, and anything that you would like to see happen, or you have questions about, or you would like brought to the table, you can speak to any of the ALC members and have a conversation with them about it for them to be a voice for you. I think that that's the power behind it. You know, you read the part where they guide the business.
Right.
Practically speaking, that looks like conversations monthly around the 4 things that you talked about: growth, productivity, profitability, culture. And as leaders collaborating to protect the vitality of the company by having these high-level conversations and actually making decisions to protect that in such a powerful way, which impacts each individual associate in our company. So I wanted to talk about this today because we actually have a vote happening tomorrow.
Right.
Tell us a little about that.
So, oh gosh, the ALC meets every month, and we have leadership things we discuss. We have a book club that we do. Those meetings are open to every single agent in the company. So they talk about their own businesses. They definitely mastermind together. We talk about upcoming events, and we talk about the committees that they lead. And every once in a while, something comes up where we need to make a decision to do something different with our offices. And the ALC started to discuss, well, it was brought to our attention that we were having our team huddle, which is our monthly team meeting, during lead generation hours. And our company.
One second. And for clarity, this was brought to you not by an ALC member, an agent in the company.
It was
brought it to the attention.
Correct.
Okay, and
in our company, we try very hard to hold a value about how important lead generation is in our business. And so it's been recommended that we don't host meetings or trainings between the hours of 9 to 11 every day, Monday through Friday, because those are the most important hours for you to do lead generation. We could teach a whole class on that, why that's important. And we were having our team huddle. It's currently during lead generation time. And so an agent came to me and said, is there any way that you can move the team huddle away from lead generation time? And I thought that was a very important, valid point. And I said, that's a great thing to discuss with the ALC. So we've been discussing it the last couple of months. And then Kristen, in conversation with you, we realized that this is an important voting matter that involves everyone in the office. So do you want to take it from there, or?
So it's the process and action, right? An associate, an agent who's not on the ALC brings it to the attention. So we say, yeah, this is important. Of course, we're listening to you. Let's discuss it. As a leadership collaboration, the leadership said, yes, this is important. So now we take it to you and get your feedback, right? As agents, the ALC each has a list and reach out and whomever they can get connected with to talk to and get some feedback. They bring that feedback to the table, and tomorrow they bring it back to the table, and then we have a vote. This is the process, right? In action of how you are the voice that we listen to and how we bring that discussion to the table. And then we guide the business by making a decision as a collaborative team based on your feedback. I think it's so powerful that I just wanted us to share all of that information behind it as we move forward and we continue to grow and we continue to impact the Market Center in such a positive way that my heart is that everybody understands how and what the process is for their voice to be heard.
Yep, absolutely. Pretty amazing, isn't it? Isn't it amazing that we have a company that is agent centric, that started that way, that wanted to put agents first and developed a system for agents to have a voice and to grow and learn and be very powerful. You know, one other thing I'd like to mention about that is when I used to teach leadership classes at the college level way before my real estate career. And then I was in real estate for over 10 years, almost 13 years before Keller Williams reached out to me and said, hey, we have a leadership position that we think you'd be a good fit for, and we'd like to talk to you. And I was mind blown. I was like, wait a minute, leadership and real estate? What? I've never heard those two things being said together. And I was obviously very curious. And so the reason I bring that up is there may be other agents in our company, in our offices, that also love leadership, have been in leadership positions throughout their lives. And you may be interested in being a part of Associate Leadership Council in the future. If you are, come talk to me, reach out to me. We have a path of growth for you where you can get to that level of being considered as an associate leadership member for the council. And we would love to talk to you about that and help you grow into that.
Yeah, and I would say I don't know any other brokerage that really does this. And it is because of the goal Gary had, right? That you would have a voice, that the ALC would be the vehicle to express that voice and make decisions and guide together to impact your business and your day-to-day growth as an agent. I think the other piece of that, Laura, just to say, you know, raise your hand. Hey, I'm interested in this down the road. And two, come and listen, see the process in action. If you're interested, come and listen. And, you know, in the past, we brought on several new agents. They made it one of their goals to like qualify for the ALC, like their first year, right?
Yeah.
And it was so fun watching those past people like Brandon Hansen and other people that earned $100,000 their first year in business because they were set on a couple goals. One, production, GCI, and becoming part of the ALC. So we want to use it as a tool to strengthen you. We are grateful for it as a leadership team to collaborate with the leaders in our company to make our company the best that we can be. So thank you guys. We look forward to hearing the vote tomorrow and seeing everyone at Team Huddle. Thank you.
ALC is at 8 a.m. tomorrow. Team Huddle is at 10 a.m. tomorrow, both in Albany.